The iRace in service, we race at 167 laps, no more and no less. We know the distance. So if you're Alfala, I think you almost have to consider this race to be more so at 5 laps to go, Randy, because I would not risk it sitting back and waiting to those final 4 laps to make my move. I want to get it done, and I want to get it done now.
Ray, I'll follow, though. You want to try to pick up on some momentum. You've had some good finishes. You want to try to keep that going. Do you go for a risk of trying to make a move and potentially getting caught up in an incident and coming away from here with no points? Or you just take maybe the veteran's approach, the well-thought-out and patient approach of going for just that good points result? It's going to be sort of up in the air. The thing to keep in mind, though, that number 11 car, whose laps down, is still there and is really making things difficult for these drivers. He's harassing your race leader right now, going to slot himself around the outside. This is allowing Alfala to potentially close the gap. And look at that, the 6 machine Aluza, he's reeled in a lot of speed the last couple laps. He's suddenly hooked up. Ryan is there.
It was all the way on the apron that time. 3 cars in a line. A race win in the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze iRacing Series is on the line. 6 laps to go. Alfala looks high. The 12 goes all the way up to the wall, traces him down to the inside, and still no advantage to either driver. Loser, though, way up the hill. He's got a big run at it, too. To the bumper, he tries to go low. Alfala's going to go low as well, and we're going to go 3 wide for the race lead as the 6 tries to pinch it down. He can't do it as Alfala stays in front, and here we go now. 3 wide for the race lead. There's contact between Luza and Alfala, and the 6 car hangs on.
And now he's going to have to reset himself and trying to get up here and make one more move. Nick Shelton dodged a huge bullet with Colton Davis going by. Ryan Luza closing in, and Ray Alfala nipping at the back bumper. Ray trying to bait the 12 to go up high, trying to bait him to go down low, trying to make a move to try to fake that number 12 as Shelton out, the rookie trying to get his first win. And oh, by the way, here's that run from Ryan Luza on the back bumper of Ray Alfala. Alfala holding him off so far. This is looking good for Shelton up in front.
The more they fight for second, the less they can focus on the 12 car up front. Alfala noticed that 6 car has been going high in 1 and 2, tries to do the same thing, but there's the undercut. Luza goes low halfway through the corner, and it is going to be side by side for second, but he wants to go for the race lead as well. He'll take the inside line all the way up next to the 12 is Shelton, and he's got it. Ryan Luza to the race lead at 4 laps to go. It is far from over, but a beautiful move to get 2 spots at once.
Doubted him the entire point of this run, wondering if he would have the speed, but with the 4-second lap advantage that he had earlier on, should we have ever done so for Ryan Michael Luza? He's coming to just a couple of laps left. There's a lot of traffic out in front, though, that he has to navigate.
The 6 machines got a gap now. The
continuing to kind of push each other, right? They're pulling away from a third on back, Allen, and I know it's early, but early on, looking like a 2-horse race as Mitchell again looking to the inside. Does he make the dive? He does. Going for the race lead on lap number 8. But Zelensky to try to use that runoff, and they'll go side by side to the S's. The 18 car maybe just a nose in front.
And this race, this battle is so important right now because they know. Look, I'm sure they've all been told about the situation with Ray Alfala. Bobby Zelensky possibly could point his way in, but the only guarantee is to get that victory. Mitchell DeYoung can't get in on points, needs this victory. So the pressure is on right now to get it done and to get it done soon. But you can't take yourself out of position on lap 8. So everyone is running their own race at the moment, but you have to get that victory. That's the mindset right now. And then you think about who's in third in Graham Boland. Just that comfort of a victory, right? Knowing you have it, knowing you can watch the 2 cars in front of you battle it out, maybe take themselves out.
Earlier this year, but up front, battle for the lead. Going into the bus stop, you have Zelensky, DeYoung side by side. DeYoung gave it up, but geez, he was looking to the outside to try and pass into the bus stop there.
Yeah, Alan, it looks like a game of chicken almost. I mean, we've seen DeYoung go to the outside, he's gone to the inside, and Zelensky has not cared. He has stuck to his line and forced that 23 out every single time. Very clear that he's going to make Mitchell DeYoung work for this if that 23 car wants to get around him.
You know, guys, I can handle 45 laps of this. I am loving this battle between 2 of the best on-road courses this season and throughout their careers. When a playoff spot is on the line for the both of them, as DeYoung looks like he wants to make the move again as we go down this long hill into turn 1. He looks like he has the position, but he's done this before. Tight by the 18. He swings wide. Looks like Mitchell DeYoung has finally got the position and takes the lead. Can he drive away as he makes it up through these S's? Finally with the position and some clean track in front of him as he approaches the bus stop.
It is indeed new race leader at lap number 13, but how long will it last? DeYoung gave a bit of a hip check, if you will, to Bobby when they drove down into one, and you can, I think, take that Zelensky's probably not going to take that kindly, but
the long run, he thought he had a better run car over the long run. 6 laps to go. Can the 53 of Luza find a way past Zelinsky?
I think he's going to have to use maybe even a little bit of bumper here if he wants to get by. These two have been so equally matched, maybe losing a little better on the long run, but they've been so close throughout this entire race, running the same line. Maybe peek the inside here.
Shut the door on him. Luza trying to look to the inside. Now he sits on the bumper in turns 1 and 2. I think Luza a little bit faster right now, but can touch off at turn 2. Luza gonna look to the inside. Zelensky another block down into turn number 3. It is all on the line for $100,000. It'll be 4 to go this time. Zelensky slides Luza side by side.
And look at the hands on Zelensky. He's swatting flies right there on that sim wheel, trying to hold this car on the racetrack and keep it going for momentum. Luza looks like he might be able to clear him off turn 2.
It's his new race leader, Ryan Luza, down the back straightaway. Now a roll reversal. He'll block to the inside. It's now Zelensky. Oh, and he'll turn him. Zelensky takes out Luza. They do have a significant buffer as the 14 now closes in. He'll look to the inside for the race lead. Novak gonna ring it around the outside wall, hanging on for now, but Kerwin's so close he can taste it.
Oh, the 6 of Novak, he gets the outside wall in the center of the corner. He's going to be able to hold on. So maybe the pressure from the 14 of Kerwin going to pressure the 6 of Novak into a mistake. Right up against the wall again is the number 6 of Zach Novak trying to get his way into the top 8. And the 14 of Kerwin is there. 16 laps to go. Next time across the stripe. And the 14 of Kerwin going to look to the inside. Try to pressure the 6 of Novak when they have some clean track nearly side by side. Down the back straightaway, and the 6 of Novak holds on for now as Casey Tucker is going to be thrust right into the middle of this lead battle and not long.
Novak, a 5-time winner in this eNASCAR Pequeno Frieza Racing Series. Casey Kerwin looking for win number 1 on the inside again, side by side for the race lead. He can get there in the center, but it is the run exit of the quarter for the car on the outside that is going to be what is so hard to complete the pass. Novak carries the speed off of 2 and off of 4 so much better, and they are starting to catch up to those lapped cars. There's only Casey Tucker, then a little bit more gap, and then a whole school of cars as Novak's into the outside wall again, trying to ring it around the outside. Kerwin continuing to pound it on the inside. Now he'll follow him up top.
It's not always the fastest car at Bristol that wins the race. Sometimes it's who wants it more. Does maybe the chrome horn come into effect for the 14 of Kerwin? They've not touched yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see the 14 of Kerwin. Give him a shot. Here comes the lap traffic of Casey Tucker. Going to start bottling up these top 2, and what is Casey Tucker going to do dealing with these top 2 cars? 10 laps to go. Coming up in the next couple trips around the racetrack, Casey Kerwin falls back into line as Tucker's going to run the top side of the racetrack, which is where everyone wants to be.
The 19 has been holding the outside. Now the 14 looks low. Is the 6 car going to get pinched on the outside line? He may have to deviate from his preferred line. Yes, he will. He'll go down to the inside. So Novak gets around the lap traffic and now puts the car in between he and Kerwin. Kerwin stays low. He's been down here for the better part of the run. Also gets on by without incident. But there are lapped cars ahead. Smith, Duval, just to name a few, and they're all running in the line that Zach Novak wants. He's so loose, the 6 car, giving it everything he has. That time by, it was just 8 more laps to go at Bristol, and Kerwin continues to knock on the door. Does he resort to using the bumper as again he peaks low?
14 of Kerwin may have to move him here as they close in on the lap traffic of Eric J. Smith. And of course, you have Dylan Duvall not far ahead of him as well. So it's going to quickly stack up here in the fight for the checkered flag. The 14 of Kerwin at the bottom, the 6 of Novak into the wall again as they come off the corner. And look at the run for Novak. Lap traffic going to get out of the way. First one is going to be, I believe that was Eric J. Smith, who dives out of the way. Is Dylan Duvall going to be as kind to these top two as in towards 3 and 4? The 14 of Kerwin to the bottom. Novak checked up behind the lap traffic as we're coming to 5 laps to go, but Kerwin just can't quite get the run off the corner. Can he get the car to rotate off the bottom and pick up the run? The 14 of Kerwin has the lead, coming to 4 to go.
By half a car length, it's Casey Kerwin on the inside line. 4 laps to go this time, and he's got him. Casey Kerwin to the race lead late at Bristol Motor Speedway. The 6 of Novak wanting to stay on the outside, struggled to pass Dylan Duvall, who held his ground, and now it's the 6 car trying to attack again. He'll chase the bumper, the 14, 3 more laps around.
Top 10 car all night. He and Cattell there, and now a pass for the race lead. Alfala clears Kerwin. He'll go all the way to the apron to break the draft to the back straightaway. Next time by, looking for 7 laps to go as Kerwin tucks back in line.
That little shuffle up in front has brought the rest of the field back to Ray Alfala and Casey Kerwin. That 27 of Corey Vincent is there, the 37 of Chalmers there. Then it starts to get a little wild from there on back. Nathan Lyon, Kane Cook side by side. Kerwin trying to fight for a line to the outside of Ray Alfala. Tries to poke in back behind him. Looking for some racing room around that BRS number 2 to make the move.
Casey Kerwin continues to hunt. Here's Alfala again, all the way down to the inside line on the back straightaway, but it's going to open up the outside. Kerwin gets up high. The inside going to be filled by Vincent, and now it's a fight for second as Lyon has joined the battle in 4th. You can see Ray again moving down the track. Tim, he seems pretty committed on allowing the 23 to go high if it means he can protect the inside.
Trying to snake down that back straightaway a couple of times and try to break that draft. The 23 of Casey Kerwin trying to get in there and trying to just put the foot in the door, trying to make a move and take away the lead. Look at that gap back from about 6th back to 7th as Chris Shearburn runs in 7th. 8th is Blake Reynolds. There's that 23, goes to the outside. Can he make that move on the entry to turn number 1 though? He's going to have to try to hold it and roll the top off of corner number 2. We'll see what Ray Alfala does down the back here.
Look at Vincent. He comes way off the wall in the battle for second as you're on board with him. He also appears pretty calm given the circumstances. Contact! He and Nathan Lyon bang doors into turn 3. A little bit of damage on the Castrol Ford for that 6 Lyon. It also gives him a little bit of a checkup that has allowed Christian Challoner to get back to the inside, but side by side for the lead. Kerwin, the nose into turn number 1. Can he make the pass on the outside? Alfala's gonna battle back. We are side by side. Next time by, 2 laps to go.
They continue to give each other some room and give each other some respect. This is a great battle up in front, Evan. The 23 of Casey Kerwin trying to roll the top. He's got that line. He's got that momentum. Where does Corey Vincent go? Alfala gets the advantage down to the corner. He will clear Casey Kerwin. Now where does Casey Kerwin go? Does he go back to the outside? Does he try the inside? Alfala down to the inside. Casey Kerwin has no choice. Go where he's not, to the outside.
2 laps to go. That time through, Kerwin better off the quarter, but Ray Alfala wants to stay on the inside. 4-quarter entry behind them. Vincent, Challoner, Shearburn in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. As they look on, they want to be a late player. They're 3 wide now. Battle for 3rd. Side by side for the lead. Kerwin clear of the 2 car into turns 3 and 4, and a caution just shy of the white
straightaway. Never spun the car around, so the racetrack will be clear for your race leaders to come on through. So this race will stay green. And look at the 48 car. Contact as Bolin and Wilson make contact in the battle for 2nd and 3rd. They are still door to door. Now more contact between 2 of your championship competitors, and now all 4 of them on top of each other out of 4.
The intensity's picking up right here. Casey right through the middle, 3 wide. We're almost 4 wide down the front straightaway.
Oh my. And they are now, for a moment, 4 wide with your championship hopefuls right now. Bolin has a nose in front. Kerwin trying to get to the outside, can't do it. It'll be sealed off by the 48 car. And listen, these guys have been playing nice all day today on stage. That was not a nice battle between those 4. They're on it.
Well, they know the pressure's here. Under 50 to go. Clean air is going to be king. They want to get out there. We know Keegan Leahy has
$100,000 on the line with 43 to go. That's why it's getting so crazy right now.
Well, and you see the 10 now has been passed by the 8 of Conti. That moves him back. Now he's not only the weakest of the 4 championship contenders, but now has a car in between them. As we're side by side for second, Zielinski's going to be looking which lane to follow.
Casey now putting the pressure on. Looking really good over the last several laps since the restart. This 95 trying to take away second place here. He's going to use up as much of the track as he can.
It's the highest we've seen the 95 run all night tonight. He is feeling it in his second run. But
So
the 48's
close.
not going away up top. He's not going to roll over. Does this battle open the door for Zielinski behind them?
The 95 is very polite in the middle. He kind of diamonds the corner. Definitely could have shoved the 48 up higher if he wanted to. Later in the race, I think he would have taken a little more real estate. These two side by side, lap after lap, corner after corner. That takes so much talent. Zielinski, I'm not sure if he doesn't have the car to get to the rear bumper or just has the patience, trying to figure out who's going to clear who. And now I think the 95 has the advantage. Will he clear him off the corner just barely?
Man, that was tight. Off corner exit there.